All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Get Money Season Sports Podcast. It's your
We
boy Lil
getting
I right here.
cash.
I got Tank on the other line right there.
What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Get money season. We getting cash.
So on today's episode, we are definitely gonna go over it's getting close to the end of college football. We're gonna basically discuss how the year is going, the our top 5 that's going on right now. Actually, we got a new number 4 that's on the playoffs that on the committee right now who thinks it's number 4. James Franklin got a new contract coming up, and we got a special guest later on in the episode right now. But everything happening all this week. What's on your mind this week?
What's going on, everybody? Just want to thank y'all. Welcome to the show, Get Money Season. What's on my mind is I want to talk about this mental health that everybody is serious, from what we can tell. These players out here, man. I don't know what's going on, but we got to get it together immediately. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here. Man, people out here, drinking and driving, killing folks, beating folks. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's on my mind, man. I feel like I just want to bring more awareness. I know it's awareness to it, but I just want to bring more awareness to it, that it is serious out here for some of these folks. So let's just try to, support them and do what we can, you know what I'm saying? And just pray for them, basically, you know what I'm saying? Because it's wild out here, man. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it.
Now, on that subject at hand, with you used to be football player and everything, could you kind of see, like, what they would be going through to make him just, as a football player, shouldn't you just, like, I know you have the off season and everything, but does it need to just come with more? Like, should you just, like, is it too many, if you make it to if you have a career in the NFL that goes 10 years,
right?
That's 10 years on top of the 4 years in college, 3 years, whatever. So we say 4 years in college, another 4 years in high school, and we say what, maybe like another 4 years
in Pee Wee.
I mean,
so you looking at 4, 8, 12.
Yes. So does it just get to that point?
Years, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People spend half their life, 30 years, 40 years playing football. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the?
I don't know how to. I don't know if during the off season everybody needs to go see a psychiatrist type deal, because everybody's not the same. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to bring more awareness to it. That's all. It wasn't. That was just what's on my mind, because about this. About Zach Stacy beating this girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was mental illness, mental health, and I'm like, I hear you,
but nobody should ever get that angry.
No, not that. That's just crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, but to be able to be like, oh, he got a mental problem, and this, I'm not discarding the situation. You know what I'm saying? Or downplay what happened because of his mental health. Like, I feel like that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I do. I feel like that's a problem, but that's just me just speaking. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing like that should ever happen. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's that's pretty crazy. And plus, stuff like that, when that stuff happens, it's always, people always look at, well, you had the whole CTE discussion come up.
Right, exactly.
So
but they let that be the regular. You
No, it
see what I'm
happens. Yeah,
saying?
no, it happens on a regular.
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm
saying.
just saying let that be the regular person though. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It'd have been a whole different situation. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
don't. Yeah, don't. They just you gotta go. You just gotta walk away. Just leave. You
Right.
mean you just shouldn't. You gotta like. It's just that emotions has to just go. We all been
Right.
through it. We all had, females come at us, hit us, whatever. Just look, just I ain't got time for this. You know what I'm saying? Just go.
Right.
That's it.
Just go.
So,
But yeah. Other than that, man, like I said, college football is wild this weekend.
yes,
Uh,
definitely. Wow.
you know, set up some major upsets. There was things I didn't even see coming.
No.
Some teams that look real good out here.
What's the biggest
Minus Bama
what's the
looking like trash.
what's the biggest disappointment that you've seen this week?
Uh, Michigan State.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't know
Michigan,
what I don't know.
Michigan State. It hurt my feelings. I think if I'm not mistaken, we get into the game. Uh, your boy had 6 carries for like 26 yards.
You talking about that the
We talking about like one of the
used to be?
probably the best runner, probably the best running back in the country.
Yeah, it's supposed
And
to be.
supposed to be, and you give him the ball 6 times. If I'm not mistaken,
No, they gave him 6 times. No, you're right. You're right about that.
That's it.
Yeah.
What he supposed to do with that?
I don't. I
The
don't.
man's average he averaging 6.4 carry, 1,500 yards, 233 attempts,
Yeah.
and you give it to him 6 times.
Yeah, I just
I
don't. Yeah.
I don't understand. And on top of the 6 times that he got the ball, he was averaging 4.2 a carry.
Yeah. So
So
you're getting 4 yards every time he touches.
3 times, that's the first down.
I
And
mean,
some.
is it okay? So it's always a thing of when you run the ball,
How you go from 30, 22, 23, 23 to 6?
yeah. But isn't it like when you run the ball, right? It's always an advantage because the defense just gets tired. I mean, even like if they just want to run it like 15 times,
Right.
Now
I understand. Now, I missed the beginning of the game, but I understand you down 14-0. Okay.
Yeah.
And you trying to come back, so you start throwing the ball. But it's way too early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's way too early to just give up on the run. Now, if it's third quarter, fourth quarter, okay, and y'all down, but by third, fourth quarter, he should have more than 6 carries. 6 carries, bro. That's 2 a quarter. That ain't even 2 a quarter.
No,
That
it's
means
not.
1 quarter he ain't even touched the ball.
No. I think the thing is what you're trying to look at right now.
Had one reception for 4 yards. So you didn't try no screens. You didn't try no little wheel routes.
This is okay. This is what I thought. This is the most time they ever threw it in that game. They threw it 36 times in that game.
And I don't understand.
He only completed 14. So it's not.
See what I'm saying? Because that's
really,
not what you do.
It's not really good. I mean, that's everything is just. Yes, it's not. I mean,
That's not what you do.
I don't know.
Do.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. Michigan State has to look at this and go, we just paid you, like you just. I don't know. I don't. I don't know.
That's shocking to me, man. I don't get it.
You know,
I don't get it. Like I said, I can understand that you down. You know, something happened. You fumble on the kickoff, and
yeah.
boom. Okay, they up 7-0, and they come out whatever. Da 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 da. And you know, okay, it's 14-0. Okay, let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? You want to come out and try to fire all cylinders.
But the strategy on that is what I'm trying to say is like at the end of the day, the point of the offense, if you're down like that, the strategy is, correct me if I'm wrong, is let's run the ball, let's try to get the defense wear down a little bit. Because if you if you're throwing that many times and not running the ball, the defense is still fresh in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, of course, because they ain't been on the field like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand.
I mean, I don't see it either. They just completely went away from what they was known for. I mean, they had a Heisman candidate right there running the ball, and you don't use you don't use the best weapon.
I just don't understand. I don't get it.
So, like I said, so it was a lot of blowouts last. I don't know what was in the Gatorade this weekend. Um, I know one thing.
Everybody looking ready for Thanksgiving. That's the only thing I can think of. Ready to eat, ready to see their family. I don't know. I don't. I don't know.
No, I didn't quite get none of that. But I would tell you this, that even after all that, I still I don't know. I don't see Ohio State. Like I know it's probably just me looking at stuff.
I see him.
You see it? Are we talking about
I see
legit?
him. I see him.
They got the best. Listen, I believe they got the best offense in the country. I think I've been saying that because they got the best receivers in the country. But
I see him though.
I don't know. Maybe this Michigan game changed my mind. But this, hey, you better get your popcorn ready for this one. I know. We talking about Cincinnati. They are number 4 right now in the playoff committee. That they think they're number 4 and everything because they're undefeated. I would love. Now I was thinking
they had a good they had a good game Saturday against SMU, which is a good team.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they got to play Houston.
No, they play. You talking about Cincinnati? No, they play Eastern Carolina. At Eastern Carolina, who is
okay. So they play there, but then they have a bowl game.
Well, I mean, no, conference game.
Yeah, conference game.
Oh, who they play? Houston. Oh, in the conference game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But
if I'm not mistaken, Houston. Well, they got Houston 24, so they're in the top 25 at 10-1.
Let me ask you this question. This is completely off, not off subject, but I just thought about this right now. Point spread right now on Alabama, Georgia right now. What do you think? Off just you. What do you think it should be? Let me ask you this: do you believe that Alabama will be the underdog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Georgia will probably be, say, 3.5.
Okay. Anything you're saying that because I'm just trying to make sure I get my head around this right now. You're saying that Georgia should not be like a 7-point favorite in this game.
Oh no, not no 7-point favorite. No, not in Atlanta.
Okay.
That's second home. That's what we do.
Yeah. I'm just making sure because
I mean you say what you want to say, defense, whatever, but I mean we put up points.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I would love to see Georgia Cincinnati.
I mean, it could happen.
I'd love to see that. Like I said, they got Alabama.
I don't know. I don't know.
You wouldn't want
I don't know, brother.
no?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Do you think? Okay. So here's the situation I have. Michigan's 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State's 2. Georgia's
Mm-hmm.
1. Alabama's 3. Cincinnati's 4.
Mm-hmm.
This is the situation at hand. Which, listen, I think this is how the college playoffs going to look at this. Is that, and people's going to be definitely pissed off at this. Michigan beats Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama beats Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just move Cincinnati? If Cincinnati wins,
mm-hmm.
do you move Cincinnati to 1, 2, and keep Georgia and Ohio State in there without moving up Michigan?
No, what you do is you move. If Ohio State loses, it's over. That's their second loss.
Oh, yes, right. Okay, no, I can see now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're done. So what you do is you'll put Bama at 1.
Okay.
Georgia 2.
Ooh.
You'll put Michigan 3.
Wow. Okay.
And you put Cincinnati 4.
So basically, it's still no respect for Cincinnati.
No, what's that?
Yeah. I think this
technically right now, Cincinnati has a top 10 win against Notre Dame.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. And Notre Dame is still dominating.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if SMU was ranked last week. Let me go see.
Hold on, I can see right now. I don't think they was. No, they wasn't.
They were in the top 25 last week.
I don't see it. I don't see it on here. Let me even in the playoffs, even with the playoff committee, I don't believe so. I know that UTSA, who's still getting disrespected, is crazy.
I know.
Which that don't make no sense at all. Let me check.
So,
yeah, let me see. So, okay, but let's see. So we're saying last week, Richard Sherman over here talking crazy. He had it. Well, I mean, he had his own thing about if that's gonna be an interesting game. He just basically talked about the playoffs and how how while I look for this, I'm gonna see what he said. Of course, he's from Stanford and everything, and he just upset that nobody from the Pac 10, 12, whatever is not in there because everybody's just trash over there. But his whole theory is that he goes, well, they rank the majority of the SEC in the beginning of the year, like in the top 25. So when one of us loses, it's oh well, they only lost to a top 25 school, blah blah blah, this and this. He's like, if you lose, you just should be out regardless. So he's basically saying that they set it up for the SEC to be in there because
they played a better competition.
He doesn't look at it like that.
It's just what it is. I mean, when half of your schedule is nothing but dogs, nothing but
that's what I was thinking.
We talking about NFL team talent on each team. You know what I'm saying? They got a.
That's what I'm thinking, right? But that's not how he's thinking. He's thinking that the whole thing is just a propaganda for the SEC just to be in there because they're ranking it. Because they rank all he's basically saying every single SEC team.
So take your best. Was it Pac-12? Was it Pac-12?
Yeah,
Oklahoma State.
Okay. Let me see.
Because they played If they play Georgia right now, what would happen?
Georgia's,
They're 10-1.
yeah.
That's their best team right now. That's their best team in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Then Baylor. And then Oklahoma.
No. He's in
no.
He's yeah.
So that's the big team.
No, yeah, we're looking at Pac-12. Would you say Oklahoma State or Oregon State? Yeah, he's in Stanford. So it'd be over there.
Pac-12 as well. So their next best team on the list is Oregon.
Yes.
Then after that,
because it's not more.
Ain't nobody to be fan. You know what I'm saying? So your UCLA's and your USC's, they're not. Yeah, they're not your typical. This year they had, but they're not your typical LSU or your typical Florida type team.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they're not consistent, right?
They're very inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? Florida ain't been as bad since LSU ain't been as bad since. I bet you they bounced back though.
I mean, they just won the ship like 2 years ago.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So,
and technically, if you actually look at it, which, I mean, LSU, if Alabama lost as many people as LSU did, it's a rebuilding for us. We have to take a year off, at least about a year and a half. They lost. They put the whole starting line, offense, defense, in the NFL.
Right.
You cannot lose that many people and thinking that you're just going to go out there and compete and do what you want to do. But down here in the South, if you don't win, it takes you 1 year. You can win the whole thing. Next year, you have to have a drop-off. You have to have maybe a year after, which this year, it wasn't even like a major drop-off. You're still losing people. You still got to recruit, and I know all this other stuff. But when you lose, I don't care who you are. If you lose that many people to the draft, listen, I mean, you're going to have at least a year and a half. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what LSU is going to be next year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't understand that. But like I said, Sherman thinks that, basically because of SEC, and besides, I mean, listen, if he wants to get technical with it, we're the only ones that's watching college football in the South. You look at the ratings. Everything runs out of Birmingham anyway. The highest ratings that goes out of Birmingham, so don't even try to be like, well, y'all ain't even doing nothing out there. Y'all don't even support USC football out there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So don't give me that.
I don't even know what y'all do out there because y'all don't support basketball either. So I don't even know.
But his
like USC probably. I mean, UCLA is the only thing that probably covers basketball out there with. If I ain't mistaken.
To what?
I said UCLA is the only thing that covers like any type of college basketball out there that I really think even give a damn.
No. I mean, I can say right now this year UCLA is like one of the top schools. I mean they're balling right now. They're balling right now.
But that's basketball. I mean, they're always gonna be like. That's what I'm saying though. But that's what I'm saying. Far as the support, you know what I'm saying? Give me a big pack. What is it? Pack whatever they is that supports their basketball like UCLA does. There's not.
They got more support than football because Utah. You see, I don't know about USC, but Oregon, they have their support in there. Washington is definitely a football school. What's the Huskies? They're definitely a football school out there. And then I now would have to say like Utah. I don't know about like Utah. No, not Utah State, but like Utah is. Utah's definitely and they always show up in the tournament. So, like I said,
what time?
NCAA. They always like in there. I'm gonna show up. Like,
so that's what. So you named 3 schools out of 12. All right.
Yeah, about whatever. How many schools they got?
I'm just saying, you name 3 out of 12,
That's about
14
it. The
haven't been in that
support.
game.
The support is
That's
like
what I'm saying.
heavy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it might be heavy, but it's not. I mean, like the South supports football, regardless. Tennessee supports Tennessee, regardless of how sorry they are. You know what I'm saying? Florida gonna support Florida. I mean, it's just what it is, dog. Only part of the people that probably don't get support like it is Vanderbilt. And there's people that still go to the games. You know what I'm saying? So
I think the thing with what you know what his so we can basically say this right now is that apparently they're already working on they want the 12 teams right now. That's what it's looking like. Okay.
They're gonna have to have it. Because I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, Alabama and Georgia, when they play, I feel like, I mean, it's just me. We're gonna beat Georgia.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Cincinnati. Or it's gonna be Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, and Cincinnati. If they can stay winning. You know what I'm saying? So to me, having 2 SEC teams in there, what would it be? 3 years in a row? 2 years in a row? Almost.
Oh, you talking about in
the playoffs?
No, it's 2, 3. When is it 2? Are we going on 4 years?
Something like that. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. To have 2 SEC teams.
No, it wasn't when LSU was there because I remember we they didn't put us back in.
That's right.
That's when LSU played.
Smoked everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, with teams like that, you just is what it is.
So, well, yeah, all I'm saying is they don't have to change to 12-team playoff because, bro, that ain't fair to have 2 out of 4 almost every year come from the same conference.
Yeah, and then you have to admit that a lot of schools now are basically stepping up their like they're looking at it and they have to step up their schedules. You know, it is what it is.
Just to even compete. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Is like okay. Now it's like 1 to 12 playoffs. Like this should be it. I don't want to hear how how Oklahoma being there because they're 10. So it'd be like I don't want to hear how Wisconsin didn't get in there because they're 14. Now it's gonna be like, well, you can get in now if you got 2 losses. Now it's gonna be like,
but to me, like I'm gonna just be honest with you, Wisconsin right now, they could beat BYU, they could beat Oklahoma.
I don't get that BYU. I don't know where BYU came from.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
know. BYU's not slapping up. They're not slapping up niggas like that.
Nah,
they're not.
I mean, I'm just saying right now the way they playing, Wisconsin could probably beat out of the 12. I give them at least 4 teams.
Yeah, it's stupid. Their biggest win is Utah.
4. Yeah, beat 4 and then go to war with at least 8. And then we talk about good games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is I don't know. I don't understand why BYU the quarterback's pretty good look like, but I don't understand why. I mean, their biggest game this year is Arizona State.
They're garbage.
It was their 3rd game. I mean, they're ranked 19. I mean, BYU, they're 9-2. They lost against Boise State and Baylor. But
we got so. What week? What is this? Week 9? Week 10?
What in football? No, it's like 12. Yeah, it's week. Yeah, no, it's week 13. No, it's week 13 this week. It was week 12 last week.
Okay.
Yeah, in college.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
I was off for some reason. So BYU 13th on yours.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But in the because they moved. I guess they moved up one. So which I'm like, I guess I mean I guess, but like I don't know.
So they got Clemson in here at 8-3. What in the hell?
They got Clemson what 23.
Yeah, but why?
They just, I mean, Clemson. I mean, I don't know. Maybe because of that win against Wake Forest. But my whole thing is that they just played Wake Forest like like I said, if Clemson had the schedule of they do have a schedule of Wake Forest. If like I said, those two teams was flipped and Clemson was doing what Wake Forest was doing, man, come on, we be talking about Clemson. Clemson would be in the top 4 right now.
Yeah.
At least top 10. And they got 3 losses. What we're talking about, I mean, they could have it could be 9-2 right now. If they had the same exact, if they flipped, they would have been 9-2.
That's crazy. I just don't. I mean, like I said, man. that's probably your best bet is the 12-team playoff, man. You're just gonna have to cut it off, man. Whoever don't get in, don't get in. I mean, that's what it is.
But like I said, I just can't wait to hear the complaints. So it was the 2 wasn't enough, the 4 wasn't enough. So they're like, all right, we're gonna skip 8 and 10, just because if they would have did 8, you know what I'm saying, it just would have it would have just. Then you have more complaints. I'm not in there. 10 would have did the same thing. 12 is like, okay, that's it. Matter of fact, they should just do its own ranking and just have them people over there. Yeah, you got us 12. Y'all can have that, whatever. Get in. But I don't know. I don't get it. So we'll say all that. Plus, we're talking about teams in the playoffs. This teams who's not in the playoffs. This coaches getting their big salaries. This today, Penn State signs James Franklin. 10
they had to.
years.
They had to. They had to go ahead and lock him up.
Yeah, I think they didn't want to go.
You had all these
teams.
You had all these vacation schools. What I mean by vacation schools, I mean like good weather, nice beaches.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? USC,
LSU.
Cali.
Oh yeah.
LSU, Florida, warm. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah. I mean, he had to. They had to come with it. You know what I'm saying? They put up the Brinks truck for him. What did he end up getting? How much did he get for the 10 years?
I don't know if there's a breakdown on that. Let me look for that breakdown real quick. But do you really think that he would have came back to the SEC?
I mean, for the money, you go anywhere.
Oh man, that's risky.
You know what I'm saying? For the money, you go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'd be tough. I mean, he didn't know what he had to do. He would have went to Florida before he went to LSU.
He got 10 years, $7.5 million.
A year?
Yeah, it's base salary. And then everything else kind of accumulates like with winning and stuff like that. Additional income includes $350,000 for winning the Big Ten championship, $400,000 making the college football playoffs, and $800,000 for winning it. So he probably won't see no $800,000. He probably won't see no $400,000. So you can cancel Christmas on that. So and then the buyout.
10 years, man. 10 years, he couldn't get lucky. 10 years,
he could be fired.
I'm being honest with you, man. But it keeps him relevant, and that's really all they care about at Penn State is just being relevant.
I think so. I think so too.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's like Wisconsin. They just want to be in the mix. They just want to be heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every game it's like Penn State could win that game. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they just want to be relevant. I think that's what James Franklin brings. he brings some stability. I can say that. You know what I'm saying? He brings you stability. He brings you consistency. You know what you're gonna get. You know it's gonna be a hard fought fight. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get the 4-star, 3-4-star recruits, 5-star recruits every blue moon. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna just keep them. You know, he's just gonna keep them in the hunt. And like I said, you know, any given Saturday, man, anything can go wrong for any team. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you look up, they might be undefeated somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So 10 years, like I said, they just want to be relevant. And that's the way to keep consistency. You stay with a coach. What he had since he's been there, what he had, maybe 1-2 bad years, like sorry years.
Yeah, I can say that.
You know, since he's been there, and then he's bounced right back. You know what I'm saying? Like
what's the hold on, here go Jason right here. All right, what up, everybody? This is the Back at It with the Get Money Season Sports Podcast right now. We got a special guest in the building, the greatest NFL tight end in the history in the NFL right now, Mr. Jason Dunn, right now. So, yeah, right now he's just going to join us on our segments. This, you know, we got the NFL popping right now. Basically, what we're going to go over is, you know, how's the NFL looking right now? Is Tampa Bay still that team to beat? Is Kansas City prime back in the Super Bowl? And what is going on with New York? But right now, I start off with you, Jason. What is the NFL looking right now? How is your feeling on it?
I tell you what, man, the NFL is looking like the NFL usually does around about this time. You know, we have the extra game coming in, 17 games, and really, if you just look at the history of it, it's always, you know, at the very first of the season, everybody looks at the team that's winning the first 4 games, 5 games, and they going to the Super Bowl. They're gonna be the team to beat. The next thing, before you know it, injuries come in, free agency starts, you know, guys get cut, all different things, man. You've been seeing that all season. So you start seeing like halfway point toward this end, guys starting to kind of separate themselves. But you start seeing teams a lot closer than what they were before. I mean, like, look at the Bills. The Bills, everybody was talking about, they were a Super Bowl team, right? Then the same thing. Vegas, they was talking about the same thing, right? Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Seattle, Arizona. So we talking about all these teams that was undefeated, that was, you know, just absolutely taking everybody to task. And then all of a sudden, teams are struggling. And then I look at like my Chiefs, you know, first of the season, they were like, what's wrong with them? You know, they wanted to take in a psychiatrist and talk to Patrick Mahomes
and his brother.
Yeah. And so my frustration comes with this. So playing for 12 years in the NFL, you understand, like, look, every week is a different week. Any team could beat any team in the NFL any given Sunday. That's why, you know, like, any given Sunday, that's how it is. Shoot, the guys on the other side get paid too. Somebody might have not, you know, a good day. Matter of fact, he might not have 2 or 3 good weeks. And then all of a sudden he ends up finding his rhythm. So you just see a lot of that. So now all of a sudden the Chiefs are back, right? Before then we was writing them off and, you know, want to get rid of everybody. I mean, that's just how it is. That's part of the nature of the business, man.
Now look, let me ask you this real quick. Could you play 17 game season and an 18 game season right now? Well, when you played, like, would you be like I'm game for this?
Do you think it really make a difference?
Yeah.
In one game?
It makes a difference. You ain't really getting paid for it. If they ain't really paying you anything extra. So that's the way I look at it. You get 17 games, man. You throw a little extra on the check. And they ain't doing it. So, you know, what they're doing is just taking the money that they had before and they're just dividing it up for other games. And so I look at it like this, man. It was something that the owners took and they just started making more money off of because they know they can sell more tickets, you know, more memorabilia, all those things. So it favors them. It don't really favor the player at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just a long season. And so could I do it? Of course. I mean, you know, you definitely can do it. But the thing is, why would I want to? So I know a lot of guys be like, look, man, I ain't trying to do an extra game if you ain't pay me for an extra game, right? So now all you try to do is get as much as you can out that money.
Understandable.
I do feel like that I think the only thing that I see that the NFL, what they really need to correct on is the Players Association. I think that they're not for the players. I think your boy that's running it right now, I think he is just a black version of Goodell, and he's more about the owners, like what Goodell is doing, than what the players is. Because how I look at it as, I look at it more as how the contracts are set up, how basically just how the players are treated. It's like, I guess the thing is that when the NBA, when they get upset at their player organization, they say something about it. There's people that's like, no, we ain't gonna do nothing to SNIS. Why ain't the NFL looking at it like, or the players looking at it like, okay, we need a different leadership going on?
Yeah. You know what it is the difference between the NBA and the NFL is somewhat of like the power dynamics have shifted.
Yeah.
So you start seeing more NBA players having more power because of the things that they can do. Plus, you got guaranteed contracts.
Yep.
Right. Like, look, if I'm gonna sit out, then I'm gonna sit out. Like they like Ben Simmons. Like Ben Simmons, they like, look, don't let them take in money from you. You go and don't even really practice.
Yeah.
You just show up, right? They're gonna pay you anyway, so you might as well just be there. Just kind of, deal with the whole situation. Don't let them take the money away from you. And I agree with you. So the NFLPA has gotten tons better. Let me put it this way, all right?
Okay.
From where it has been, but it's still not their pushback against the owners like it should be. You're right. And so part of the problem is this: when you don't have like your top tier guys, the one that's making all the money, Tom Brady,
Right.
At the time Drew Brees and all these guys who wasn't willing to
step up.
Yeah, even support like doing a lockout. Like, look, we're not gonna play. So, they did the whole replacement guys back in '83 during that time, right?
Yeah.
And so the league changed. They knew they had to change because they had to have the big name guys.
Right.
So if you get over here and you got guys like you said, Patrick Mahomes and all those guys who decide we ain't gonna play. Until you decide to start doing right by us, guess what? You have to start dealing with all the backups and all these other guys. The guys ain't really paying you. They don't want, not saying they didn't want to go see those guys, but they talk about the quality of why guys are going is because of that. So you want to see the Tyreek Hills. You want to see my man from Tennessee, the Titans. Derek. Yeah, you want those guys, right? And so if you don't have those guys out there, then you losing part of that marketing what people want to see.
Yeah.
And so the difference is the NBA, LeBron James and those guys got together and said, look, Chris Paul and all those guys got together in the room and said, look, this is what we're going to do. Okay? Right. If we want to make some changes, everybody got to be on the same page. Right?
Yeah.
And so I'll go to this, and we talked about like the whole deal with the whole kneeling part of it. Right?
Right.
So Cap gets blackballed. The whole Black Lives Matter movement or just the whole social justice of like supporting guys, the owners really didn't want to do. No. It was until their pockets was getting infected and, that other guy said something about, them, well, the owners should get rid of them. Well, they didn't want to say that. Jerry Jones decided, man, let's go kneel. But he didn't kneel because of social justice.
No.
He used those guys.
Yeah.
He used them for the owners, because all of a sudden the owners like, wait a minute, hold on. You talking about our bottom dollar? Now let the owners kneel or let the players kneel. But it wasn't about social justice at all, man. So it's the power dynamics. And that's the problem. So until those guys decide, all the big name guys decide to say, look, you know what? We need to start shipping things into our camp a little bit more. We need to start making it fair. Then we can start dealing with you. But if the owners, I'm telling you, look, the owners don't even want to open up their book out there how much money they making.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. We know making money. Like I'm talking about major money. But they just don't want to share with people. That's the reality. So
here's another thing. Go ahead.
I'll just say, do you think, because I look at the NBA and like I said, what you got 15 12 to 15 players on the team.
Yeah.
Going to the NFL, you have 52 per roster.
Yeah.
32 teams, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a lot easier for the NBA to come together with a smaller group.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean, and just hear me, like, say you got your Mari Cooper on the sideline. You know, he a big name. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Well, you got third string back here, John, that don't nobody know him. He's trying to get names. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So for him to be like, okay, well, if you want to sit out, I need that money. You see what I'm saying? Right. I think that's probably where it's going to be harder for them to either come together like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got dudes that are just selfish. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and that's just what I'm thinking. You know, as far as like, you know, LeBron and them, like, it's easier for them to communicate because you got 82 games, so you see each other on the regular. You know what I'm saying? You become more associates with the other opponent. You know what I'm saying? Because you see them more often. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier for them to talk. Hey, you know, I see you 4 or 5 times a month sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk about this on the regular. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just think it's probably harder for the NFL for them players to come together like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll say this, and it is, and I agree with your point. You know, when you're dealing with really 64 people on a roster, and that guy's talking about like, look, Tom Brady, look, if he don't get paid this week, it ain't gonna bother his bottom dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that joker's making, you know, $20-some million a year. So
right.
And it ain't gonna hurt his bank account at all. But if I'm sitting over here and I'm scraping, you know, just to get a play, the last thing I'm gonna be able to do is I don't want to piss an owner off when I'm trying to get on the team, right?
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I look at it like, so when all the things started with Patrick Mahomes and all those the guys got together, like the black quarterbacks and the running backs got together for other things, then it changed, right?
Yeah, true.
The LPL was like, hey, you know what? We was a little wrong on the social justice thing. You know, it's things we got to do differently. So those guys communicated. And the thing is now, because social media, like, I don't need to play against you 4 or 5 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I make a phone call, hit you up on Instagram or, you know, Twitter, you know.
Yeah. True.
Hit your camp. Look, this is what we're going to do. And we all need to be solid on this. And the thing, the best time to do it is doing it during off season. So when you know going into the season, you have at least a bargaining chip.
Exactly.
All right, let's not let everybody know what we're doing about a month before the season starts. Okay, before the season starts, we're just gonna be all on the same accord. So it's like, look, you want to change some things? We need some things changed within this first month. All right, these guys, because now, like, all season you ain't getting paid anyway. You guys ain't getting paid. So let the guys get their money. Okay, let's do that. Get your money, stack your chips. Let them talk around the league. Like, look, when this season's over, this is where we're going with this. And everybody need to be on the same accord, right? So don't go out here and start buying, you know, the Bugattis and all. Don't go do that, right? Because it might be a little storm. So we need to hold in there for like a little bit just to make sure, you know, to keep these guys keep them accountable. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And also, do you just think that because, you know, going back to the NBA subject, is that Chris Paul is over the Players Association, that you actually have a player that's currently playing that can talk to the owners and the president and all this other stuff? Is that what now? If I'm not mistaken, I believe I think one of the I think somebody on Cleveland is the president right now of the NFLPA. Then you have DeMarcus Smith, who I guess, I don't know. I'm not getting that, whatever. But should it be somebody that's well known, that's speaking how Chris Paul is and going, hey, this is not right over here? It has to be somebody that's currently playing right now. I'm not saying like Mahomes or somebody, but somebody that just know, like Malcolm Jenkins or something. or somebody like, somebody that has that, that voice that goes, look, things got to change. The NFL is making, I keep up with the numbers. The ratings are ridiculous right now. Cowboys, Chiefs, it was 26 million people watching it. You can't tell me that everything is fair game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over there.
And the thing is, Joe Thomas used to be the president of the NFLPA.
Okay.
So we have guys that sit on the board. Matter of fact, the guy that I played with in Philadelphia, Troy Vincent, actually is in the room with the owners. I mean, he's in the room. And so part of the problem is DeMaurice Smith, who used to be a Fed attorney or something like that.
Yep.
When you go into the negotiating table, you got to realize like there's got to be something given up, right? So it's almost you got to take like an all or nothing, or it's like okay, what are we willing to give up? What are we willing to not do and give? And so it's going up every single year, but it ain't going up fast enough. Especially when I'm sitting there and I'm looking at guys, man, that's dealing with, CTE. I mean, I see, man, like every other week and stuff like that. I hear guys that I play with just going through problems or struggling. They have money. It's the hits. It's everything. It's the
we was just talking about that before you hopped on here, because I was talking about just for the I just wanted to bring awareness to it, like, mental illness or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I did what was on my mind, just talking about mental illness, because I look at players like like Zach Stacy, what just happened last week. You know what I'm saying? Well, come to find out, she did the interview. Come to find out, he got mental problems. He got mental issues. He's taking medicine for it. He's seeing people for it. You know what I'm saying? And like I told the money, they need help for that. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to bring more awareness to situations like that. You know what I'm saying? And far as like, and I don't want to say, but to some people that downgrades that situation that happened because he got mental illness. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think that's fair. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, if that was John Smith, they'd have hung him for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But since he got mental, the CTE or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? They downplay situations like that. Like, I don't know the situation like with Henry Ruggs out in Vegas. I'm not saying it's a mental issue, but something in his mind ain't right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For you to make that type of decision, something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's like your boy from Atlanta, Calvin Ridley. He set it down. He quit middle season.
Right.
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like we just far as like, I don't know how to fix that problem. I just feel like we just need to bring more awareness to it. You know what I'm saying?
I think, guys, so we got good programs in the NFL, right? And sometimes guys get a little turned off by how they were treated. We actually got this section which just ran by all former players. It's called the trust. So sometimes some of the help you just got to ask for. I mean, the things are there. You got to ask for it, and also too, bringing awareness. Like, your boy, if you're talking to him, something ain't right. Talk to him like, look, man, and this is what we got to do as men. This is part of the problem too, right? Yeah. Part of the problem is we don't talk and engage with each other the way that we should, and so women do a better job of doing that, like talking about emotions, these mental things they're dealing with. To us, we toughen it out. That's all.
It's an ego thing.
It's the ego.
Yeah.
And so when we get into that bravado, we don't realize, the whole thing of like crying or like, man, I'm struggling here. I need some help. I need to, reach out and talk. That's part of the problem in itself. And so I think it's a bigger issue. I think, and I said this, I had a talk the other day. I said the football team in the football world and these professional athletes is a microcosm for society. Right. I mean, it really is. So the thing is, a guy in the NFL is struggling with, because I see things on Twitter and they're like, the NFL is just rife with, abuse and stuff like that. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. We don't talk about the policemen and the doctors and all these people, politicians, the guy that's at Walmart who are abusing their wives and stuff like that. So don't make it like it's just an NFL problem, right?
Right.
It's a societal problem that's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he needs to be held accountable as he should, just like anybody else. And so if it is a mental issue, we need to try to seek to get him help, just like anybody else is out here. We need to try to seek to get him help, but we're not absolving him from anything he did. But also too, we just need to do a better job of checking on each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, that the mental health thing is, man, it's real. Guys are struggling with it all the time. And it's because we quiet as men, we don't talk about it because, like you said, it's a fracture our ego. We don't want to seem weak and all those things. We got to do a better job. Just that, as men talking.
Yeah, I got you. That's what's up.
So are you? So go ahead.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
I was saying so because for what I'm seeing, to get off subject a little bit, going back to the schedules and everything. What I keep seeing is that we got 17 right now. 17's working. You know, this is probably the biggest year in the NFL probably has ever seen. So of course stuff gets a little greedy and all this other stuff. From what I'm seeing, they want to do 18 teams. They want to do 18 games. On top of that, they want to expand also. For what I'm hearing, you know, I heard about the whole Buffalo trying to bring that down to Austin, this and this. But I believe, of course, they're probably going to keep it in Buffalo, this and this. How is that different if they put it 18 and then expand to another 2 cities? I think we had to be made 4 cities.
Yeah.
How is that looking at a player perspective? As like, okay, hold on, we need to sit at the table before we even get this out there first.
Yeah.
Because, like you said before, I'm cool with it as long as you're paying me.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's just all this is, and then
that's the bottom line.
Yeah, and all this is that they're getting more money every single year. I seen what CBS, Fox, and NBC is paying for. Now you got Amazon, Apple fighting over who's going to take that Sunday ticket, where that's more money, that's more product, and all this other stuff. So, how is that as a player? They have to. I understand. Look, this is a business. Every player needs to look at this as a business. They can't look at it as, oh, we're playing one more game. It doesn't really matter.
Right. Yeah. Well, you said it all. I mean, it's like, how are we going to benefit from it?
Yeah.
And usually things work. Look, Amazon, you know, I already know Amazon's got a deal done to take Thursday Night Football over. I mean, that's pretty much solidified.
Yeah.
They won't do that. And so they're trying to push out all these other, you know, NBC, Fox, and all these other channels. They're trying to push them out, you know, because everything's kind of going to the streaming and all of that too anyway. So it got to make sense, right? And so they put another skin in the game. But what does that cut? Right? Yeah. That's how it cut. And the thing is, if there's 32 teams now, the money is cut into those 32 teams. You come and looking at us, we getting all the little crumbs. I mean, we think we're getting a big chunk, but we really getting the crumbs of what these guys are getting. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And so we can't, for the amount of injury that we're talking about dealing with, you know, not just in the present time, but in the future, we need compensation.
Yeah.
Right. And so part of the compensation I had to talk to y'all about this is one. So after you get finished playing, after 3 years, if you got 3 years into the NFL, all right, you get vested, you can only get 5 years of healthcare after that, right?
Oh, wow.
So our healthcare is probably one of the better at it, actually, out of all the professional sports, because everybody else makes all the money. You don't really need it.
Right.
To us, because we know that we had to deal with knee replacement, hip replacement, CTE, and all these different things. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't have health care for our entire life.
Right.
Yeah.
Easy.
Those are things that we had to bring, you know, come to the table with. But if you want to do the expand 2 more teams, which I look at it like, okay, it gives more guys more opportunity, right? More teams, more guys on the team. Cool. I'm cool with that. Fine. How about this? When you're doing another 18 games, compensation. Okay. Yeah. That's another time I'm away from my family. That's another time I'm putting myself at injury doing this. And so I need to be compensated for this as well. And so the package got to look good for everybody. So don't you go and sit in with Amazon and all these, you know, TV deal, and then you come whisper to us, well, y'all gonna get this amount of money. But y'all talking about the real money up here, right?
Right there.
Y'all come to us, y'all cut the money down, 50% to us about what the money is. It ain't fair.
11-year agreement. It's $1 billion a year. The Amazon Thursday night for one game.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
a billion a year.
A billion a year. Too.
Now, is as retired, do y'all how the NFL has a players association? Do y'all go to that same person in the players association, or do y'all have somebody on the retired side that y'all go to?
So we have a section of it just tells you basically go in. So former player and player right now. That's pretty much kind of what it is. So we represent ourselves because we got regions. So we got different guys that deal with different regions around the United States of America, right?
Oh, okay.
Not to mention that we also have like our I got to go to a chapter meeting in December. So they have different areas that we have chapter meetings as well.
Uh-huh.
So it's we take pretty much all our qualms and stuff to them guys, to kind of talk. But they encourage us. Look, I did this one day, man. I was going up to Philly, and I drove up to Philly. So I stopped in D.C., right? So when I stopped in D.C., I just went to the league office.
As well. I'm here.
That's right. I'm here. Hey, right. Hey, I open the door. I want to look. I want to see all the inner workings.
Right.
What can I get? What's all the benefits happening? Don't talk to me on the phone. I'm here in front of you. I want paperwork. I want information. I want to go talk to the people. And they were so encouraging. And that's what I loved about it, because they was encouraged. Like, yo, Jason, oh yeah, come on in here. Come on here. Talk to us. I'm like, cool. All right, man. I'm like, I want to know everything. I want to know all the benefits out there. If I got me a discount somewhere, let me know. So, shoot.
I know that's real.
I just, for guys, and I know guys like it's in the NFL who have played, but because of how the league treated them, they don't want no part of it. Nothing about it, man. And that's part of the problem, because we know we kind of get shafted. Come on, 5 years after you finish playing, your healthcare runs out.
Yeah,
that ain't cool. When you look at the number of guys that are leaving the NFL, that are leaving broke, they say you being broke within 2 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? After you leave the NFL, that's crazy to me. And so
that's wild. That is wild, dog.
It's wild. So those numbers got to change, man.
But has that gotten better though? I mean, I feel like players now should understand, like, this is how I think the NFL should be. First contract, get it. Second contract should be the biggest contract, and you just leave. And I feel like how I look at players and how they do with their money, this and this, I feel like they're more financially educated now. I feel like it's not as many just go broke. Like I said, I think they're doing more, more business ventures now. That's more successful, this and this, and they understand they have a name to what they do and all this other stuff. But I still feel like that I'm not gonna see the downfall of the NFL, but the thing is when CTE happened and there was little kids not playing football, NFL sees that and they go, this has to be our future. We have to change all this and this. I think now is going to be how these kids are getting paid in high school now, getting paid in college now. They're going to look at the NFL and these rookie contracts and go, nah, y'all making this. We need to see more of this. Do you see it getting to that where the NFL just goes, all right, it's going to have to be a point where it's going to be like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody's getting smarter about the game. And it's not as much now because it used to be rife with, agents and all that pretty much taking control of guys' stuff. You know what I mean? There was that. Like Junior Seau lost like $6 million. His agent just takes it. It's like, well, what happens? This guy, he goes to jail, but you don't get the $6 million back. So that money's just gone. It's like, hey, man, what do you take? It's gone, right? And so I think the NFL, and they've done a better job with the symposium. Symposium kind of talks to guys about the financial literacy and all these different things, right? Things they deal with. But I think it has to be even more. Like I had a chance and opportunity, to go to Harvard. you know what I mean, from the NFL, and it was reimbursement. So I went to Harvard. I got my entrepreneurship certification from Harvard. And so after I retired, you know, I was like, look, I need to go find out about this. If this program is allowed to me, I'm going to go. Had another guy told me about it, and I'm just like, I just need to do it. So they was like, look, write an essay, tell me how you're going to benefit, how it's going to benefit, you know, your community and everybody around you. So I went in and I wrote it. And so I got a picture up here of all the guys. Oh, matter of fact, I'm going to pull it down.
Okay. Yeah.
So this quick story. So this is right here. I'm just showing you right here. This is the entrepreneurship program, right?
Okay.
That's all the guys that was in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Program. And so I see guys that y'all know. Jamal Lewis, he was in there. Of course, me. You got Asamonga, cornerback.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see. You have Boomer Grisby. You had oh man, I can't think his name. I see his face. Phil, he's a speedster from this. Then you had Ty Law. Ty Law was up there with me during that time.
Okay.
Got Sammy. Sammy was in there too. So we had it. So I'm looking at probably 24 guys that end up doing it. So it's the NFL Business Management and Entrepreneur Program, Harvard Business School. And so they got different ones that guys can go to. But this guys need to kind of sign up for it. It needs to be available to guys even more.
Right.
But more so than anything else, like you was talking about, like the investment, owners are sitting there, and to them, it's like when you plant trees, right? When you plant trees and you know the tree's gonna produce this particular fruit, they know we got to invest into the young people and make sure that parents are okay, that moms don't think you're gonna get CTE and then, you know, take away from this. That's a great thing because guys are not getting hurt. But also too, they looking at this. They know that's exactly what it is. So that's fine. I just heard a quarterback from Louisville. He's making $400,000 a year right now. $400,000 a year. The NCAA could have done this 20 years ago. 25 years ago for guys to start making money. And so, look, the gig is up. Guys know how much money is kind of floating around, and the NFL still don't even want to tell you how much money they're floating around. If they don't want to open up the books and the judge not making them open up the books, you can imagine how much money they make.
What? I mean, NFL's it's still a private company, right?
It's a lot of money to keep that book closed. I'm telling you that.
It's a lot of money.
Keep that book closed.
Yeah. Now they do like it, like you add for money, they turn around.
Right.
Money hand you $1. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, your folks do. Like, can I borrow some money? They turn around like, they don't tell you how much they got. Exactly. Here you go. So, yeah, man, it's the same thing, man. It's a money game. And like you said, we just got to be more business minded when we're doing our thing out there, and just understand that, you know, we have skin in the game, and we can come to the table and make demands, and we need to do that. We do more for real.
Yeah. It's like you said, you know, as far as like, and then, you know, the social media and stuff, it helps a lot too. You know, the Twitter and the Instagram and all that. You know, they didn't have these platforms 15, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different, it's a whole different ball game now. You know what I'm saying? So it's something I think everybody probably trying to get used to, because it is a whole new ball game. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's kind of figure out, well, how we going to use this to our advantage type thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
nobody knew they was a brand. Nobody knew they was a brand 5-10 years ago. Nobody knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody knew that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Prime time knew. You know, only a couple guys. Prime knew it. Jordan. But then, you know, what they was giving them, because they was just like, hey, you know what, you making money, we're going to throw you some money. But all these other guys who didn't know that, they was losing out. They was losing out on the money. So,
if real quick, if you know, if they expanded and everything, what two cities would you want like the NFL to go to?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Trying to think. I think you got enough teams over on the West Coast.
For me, I would definitely look at Austin. Right
Austin
now.
Is a good city. It's an up and coming city. That's I think that's a good one. I don't know. That's a good question. It's a real good question. But Austin it's a nice one. But I want a place though too that it's kind of one that people want to come to, right? There's another spot that you just want to get to. Man.
It'd be tough. That's tough, ain't it?
It's tough.
That's something to think about.
Yeah, I'm starting to think about cities. I'm like, well, they already got a team there. They got a team there. Yeah. They got a team over there. I'm just thinking, like, location-wise,
that you can actually make some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if you had like Oklahoma City brought the Thunder in, right? I think you had to do something with like another pro sport. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That market to at least tap into to get people to kind of moving to that area. So maybe OKC, Vegas. That was a good job by Vegas making that move. You know what I'm saying? Vegas needed a team a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah.
Do you think because Vegas is such a tourist city, you think that what makes it good, or it's just because it's all the money that's just there?
Both. I mean, you got the sports betting out there already, but also too, it's a major, like you said, a tourist city. Mm-hmm. So people just want to go to the game. If I'm somewhere, I'm going to go do what they're doing, right?
Right.
Man, if I'm up in New York, man, let me go. I'm gonna go see the Nets. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, why not? So you don't even got to be a fan. I just want to go to the football game. It's just gonna be something else to do.
Right.
So, I think the ones like LA, kind of takes away because LA is all about Hollywood and stuff like that. Yeah. That's why I look at like the Chargers. And how I look at their stadium and the Rams, I always look at their stands. Because I'm like, I wonder how many people actually come to these games, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody got the Clippers. They love the Lakers. People, they Clippers come out, they show out a little bit, but they ain't like the Lakers. Right. Like the Lakers fan base.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I look at it as like because I guess how the NFL is, it's more of just like, okay, you can't really put it in like any city. It's not just going to like thrive in any city. But you also need a city that just goes like, well, it's not really that much to do. We're already in the 4 major cities right now, which is Chicago, LA, Houston, and New York. So it's like, where else can we put it at? Then we put it like in Austin's up and coming. You do something like that. We already have one in Charlotte. This. I mean, now do you just the NFL's looking like, hey, let's just either we go to Canada or let's move out to what's your view on like them going overseas? London, I heard Germany they're looking at Germany right now. Like, how is the whole world takeover on the NFL looking like for you?
I love NFL Europe. I love when they had that because it gave more guys opportunities to be seen. Because we don't really, on team. You got college, and that's pretty much it. Now it ain't, you ain't got no D League like NBA.
No.
So either guys make it or they don't. That's why I love NFL Europe. And you talk to guys who's been over there, them jokers talk about how much they love just being in Europe.
Really?
Love it. It's a whole different culture, things he was able to do. Do I think you can have an NFL team over there? Not necessarily. But teams and all that, and still bring teams in to go play overseas, I think it's a great thing. Matter of fact, the Asian countries, one of my boys is over right now. He's over in. He said, man, they go crazy for NFL football.
Huh.
So
that's crazy.
He was trying to talk. Some of us are going over there and say, look, man, I need for y'all come over here to China and teach these guys how to play football. So, man, they pay you real well. They just want to get involved. So I think the world stage is a great place for football to kind of strive, right?
Yeah.
So Yeah, take it. Shoot, just imagine the talent you'll get if you go to, Africa or South America. Or,
Right.
You find talent anywhere, man. You find these jokers out the woodwork.
Yeah.
So it'd be some
That's
of the
what
cities.
The NBA do. NBA go over and get them.
Better do
it. NBA go over and get them. We go over and get them.
You got tribes, suckers walking around 6'11".
You know what I'm saying?
You better go. Come on now.
Whole bunch of Wakandans over there.
Yeah, man, come on.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
You know, that's untapped talent. Come on now.
Man, what?
So
baseball realized a long time ago, did it?
Yeah.
A long time ago. They like, look, we need to go to the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, go get some of these, Asian countries. Japan, we need to go get some because they know how to play.
Yeah. That's why your boy Dana White, USC.
Yeah.
He went over to Africa and got them boys.
Oh,
yeah. All champs. Every last one of them. Different weight classes, all champs.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? It's like what? Like I get out from the same area. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, know, but I mean that's just how it is though, you know what I'm saying? So I think the NFL they put too much on like a persona that you gotta be this and that, you know what I'm saying, to be in the league type deal. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you're working hard, you're not out here like Haskins, then I think you be, I mean you can make it. As long as you just put in the work.
Yeah. Give them options. Let jokers compete. Because if you got somebody who's hungry, and I love this one time he's talking about his son. He's from Africa. He was like JD. He said, man, he don't know how his back doesn't meet his stomach. His back don't meet his stomach. I'm like,
wow.
Like, you don't understand what hungry is. I'm like, that's the people you need to go get. Something like that.
Jeez.
Them dogs.
That's right. Who'll gnaw your leg off.
And we got some dogs. I mean, they eat, but them dogs, like how I think Devontae Adams was like, he plays, so he ain't got to sleep on the couch. You know what I'm saying? No more, so that that motivation's there, but man, to have it as a global sport, and everything, and how the NFL is trying to tap into the European scene and just kind of take over and everything. Hey, I think it's long as the players taken care of at the end of the day. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
So, but one thing, and I'll let you go. Who you got winning Super Bowl this year? What's your teams you looking at right now?
What's your top five?
What's your top five? Yeah, what's your power rankings this week?
Okay, power rankings, top five. Okay, y'all want the top five teams in the NFL right now? And then you want me going?
Your top five.
Yeah, your top five.
Okay, my top five. My top five teams right now.
Okay.
Still, I think Arizona's one. Kyler Murray is back. They still gonna be dangerous, right? Tampa Bay, of course. Chiefs, without a doubt. I think.
Here we go.
Rams, another one. Okay. Rams. What's the name of hurting his knee? ACL tear hurt him a lot, but they try to get Von Miller. They try to get everybody.
Yep.
They try to get everybody.
Yeah. And I got one more team, right?
You got one more.
I'll say the Packers. I'll say the Packers.
Okay.
But I tell you,
shout out to Chuck.
Another thing I like. I don't know if they hold up or not, man, but I like the Ravens in the AFC. I like the Ravens. They look dangerous. They dangerous. You know what I'm saying? They just suckers gonna have a rabbit foot and everything when they play.
Yeah.
They ain't lying. They ain't lying. That's why I try to tell Curry, like the boy. I said they get healthy at the right time.
Yeah.
The Ravens be dangerous.
So my Super Bowl. Here's my Super Bowl.
What you got?
I'm looking at Chiefs and Rams Super Bowl. That's what I'm looking at. So I see it.
I can see that.
I just think, I think with Tampa Bay is tough, man. But I think the Rams are just gonna have just a little bit too much. The Rams ain't got no. You know what hurts them? You know what hurts the Rams?
Odell Beckham.
Huh? Nah.
He don't like him at all.
You don't like?
No, he don't like him at all.
It's overrated.
He's overrated.
Well, I tell you what, he's had a lot of injuries, and he's not the same player he used to be. But I do think
he ain't used to be anything though. He had one good catch.
No, he's had more than that. He's had more than one catch. He was a superstar at one point, but he kept getting hurt. He kept getting hurt. And he's guys, man, it just he can't be humble. That's his problem.
That's the problem.
In my opinion, he's not really a humble guy when he needs to be.
Yeah.
Shoot a kid.
That's what I tell. Like I tell, because him and Jarvis Landry came out same college, same everything, and I'm like, Jarvis don't act like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Jarvis Landry was a beast, but he ain't gotta act like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right. See, I thought that was gonna work up in Cleveland too, man.
I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't gonna work.
It didn't work at LSU when they had both of them. That's damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I'm saying. You had both of them at LSU on each side, and you couldn't make it work. You know what I'm saying?
But I think their problem, LA, man, is going to be they don't really have no consistent running game.
That's the problem.
That's a problem. Robert getting hurt is another big problem. And then Matthew Stafford, I don't know. He'll trick one off. You know what I'm saying?
He's Jay Cutler.
No, not at all. No,
He's
stop
Jay
it.
Cutler.
Stop.
Hey,
No, it's not.
I'm just being.
Wow.
No. That's sucking over. Look. Hey, yeah. He ain't Jay.
But
what you think about the Titans, man? They 8-3 and without Derrick Henry.
Yeah, man, but that luck's gonna run out too. That boy, he done been down. Then y'all lost Derrick Henry. He's out too. He's done for the season. And then look, that was y'all. Look, that's your workhorse. So you gonna leave it on Tannehill? Do you get this guy doing?
They just cut Adrian Peterson today.
You sure did. I seen that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So they got McNichols. That's the only thing. I think they just gearing up.
What, 37? 38?
AP?
Yeah.
He might be my age. I don't know. AP be lying about his age. Yeah, he cut his hair off. You can't really tell when the brother cuts his hair off.
All right.
And no grades.
I'll be honest with you, man. About 6, 7, about 10 years ago, I used to think that man was an android.
Yeah, for real.
For real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was that bad.
Yeah, that man ain't real. But yeah, man, that's some good picks though. I see KC, they coming along pretty good. They get their rhythm.
They get their rhythm.
Yeah, I think that's
Their defense starting to the defense. That's what the problem. The defense, man. I don't know, but they started to gel together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got some new pieces in there or
Melvin Ingram. Remember Melvin Ingram? We got Melvin Ingram. Used to be with the Chargers. He was up there with Pittsburgh. He went.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he came out there, man. He started hitting, man. I'm talking about he started hitting suckers in the mouth.
Yeah.
Soon as he to Kansas City. It changed the team.
And he takes that double team on Chris Jones.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, they needed a guy like that. Look, them guys out there before Melvin Ingram got there, their stomachs wasn't hitting their back.
Right, exactly.
Comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, too comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melvin Ingram, I like him, man. He's very underrated. He's a very underrated defensive tackle.
Yeah, he ain't the same guy he used to be, but look, one thing he's gonna stop that run. He's gonna still bring a little fire. I just need a little pressure. That's it.
That's all. Yeah.
Chris Jones got 3.5 sacks this week.
I seen that.
Every single one of those plays, he's in there every single play.
Yeah, I seen that. Which I think Dallas is very overrated, but I mean, they just, you hear them talk. They didn't have Cooper. CD Lamb got hurt. Hey,
the NFL wants Dallas to win because they want the ratings.
They gotta have it.
That's it. That's always been my conspiracy theory this year is that they need the ratings because the top 5 out of the top 5 most rated games this year, Dallas is in like 3 of them. I think they're in 4 now. because of the whole Kansas City thing. So you want the rating. You just need them to make the Super Bowl, don't win it, and then boom, then you just cash out. Then they're not good for another 30 years.
Right. Look, I'm a big Dak fan, man. But to be honest with you, I think, shoot, you better take that boy Pollard, man, make him the starting running back. Shoot, for real. He's
here it is. See, Drew's a big. See, I've been saying that. Drew's been on me the whole year.
Man, Zeke ain't the same guy. He ain't run the ball.
That's what I've been saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they the 1-2 punch, man. But Zeke, he's been for the past 2 or 3 years, he ain't been the same dude come out of Ohio State. You know, so Tony Pollard, that sucker right there is dangerous.
Yeah,
he's dangerous. Yeah.
Ever since Zeke,
hey, you talking about hungry? He's a hungry guy.
Ever since Zeke got paid, he hasn't been the same. Is what it is.
There you go. That's right. That's exactly right.
I've been saying that, but Andrew thinks Zeke is the best quarterback, the best running back in the league. Don't do that.
Don't do it. You already know that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. My man, right there. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Who's your best?
JT the best running back in the league right now.
Who?
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh yeah. No doubt. Without it.
That man a beast.
Yeah. Yeah, right now.
After him, that man a beast, man. Then after that, man, I'm definitely gonna go DH, even though he hurt. You know what I'm saying? But that's the king. I like McCaffrey, man. He injury prone to me, man.
He been on the field.
Him and Barkley.
Yeah.
Barkley ain't doing nothing.
That's why they fired that man today. They fired him today up in the Giants. Jason Garrett.
Did they?
Yeah, they fired him.
Gone.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, you kidding? I didn't.
He ain't doing nothing.
He had to go.
He ain't doing nothing.
You can't have your best running back get like 10 carries a game, man. That ain't gonna cut it, JD.
You be looking like Michigan State out here.
I hear you. Everybody been hurt. Seems like every week somebody get hurt with them. New York.
Everybody see it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, New York is not a bad. I feel like Daniel Jones is not a bad quarterback at all. I feel like he's a good quarterback. He just don't. There's nothing over there to help him. So, but I know you got to go. But you know what I'm saying? It's been good.
Appreciate your time,
Absolutely. I got to call this guy right now, man. Appreciate it. I enjoyed myself. Got it.
Yeah.
Bring me out again. Shoot.
I got you. We got you.
All right. We can talk. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Look what I got. I meant to show you this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your rookie card?
Yeah. Sure is.
Wow.
That's a rookie card.
Yeah.
And I got this one right here.
Yes.
Remember this one?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Woo, look how fit I am in that.
You know
right the balls in you.
I know.
I know. So when you first got on, you was what 6'5", about 260?
Yeah, somewhere around there, about 264, something like that. Yep.
What you ended 6'5", 350?
I ended up 6'6", 272 was about.
Okay. 272. So did they make? That's what I said. When you went to Kansas City, that's all I want to know. Did they make you switch over to like a blocking tight end, or there's something that y'all discussed, or that just happened? Did the role just?
It just happened. Shoot,
I got you.
The thing is, you got to realize it. So when I left for BKU, it was run first offense. We rarely threw the ball. I got up to, I called, minimum amount of balls because it's still like a West Coast offense. But we had Ricky Waters, Charlie Garner, you know what I'm saying? Chris Cruz, Urban Fry. So everybody wanted the football. I remember I went in and talked to Gruden. I was like, look, man, you get the ball to me, we're going to be better at the games. And he went crazy. I never heard anybody come in. And I'm like, dang, God, we on the same spot.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, like, if you look for me, because I'm leading the league in average yards per catch, I was averaging like 24 to 25 yards a catch. I'm like, yo,
Come on now.
I'm on the front court. Man, come on, I'm torching linebackers and safeties all day.
Right.
Torching. How can you not utilize me like that? And so when quick story, so we end up having Bill Musgrave, who with Atlanta right now. I think Bill's still there. He used to be quarterback with Shannon Sharp and him out there in Denver. So he ended up coming in there. We made him the offensive coordinator. He said, Jason, I'm going to use you like we use Shannon Sharp. That was my best year. It was before I ended up getting hurt. And I think in the span of 5 games, I caught like 20 balls. I was catching like 4 balls a game. They were just feeding it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They knew what I could do. So after getting hurt, and then when I was at Kansas City, of course, Tony being out there, him, the guy catching the football more than anything else. So they just seen the value of me blocking because that's all I was good at. Right. I could catch football, I had good hands. And so when I was a free agent, everywhere I went to go be a starting tight end. That's wasn't like no back. Everybody, you backed up Tony. Nah, me and Tony was 1A, 1B. Yeah, all day long. Games. Yeah, I started some of those games too. Yeah. So, that's all day long. Yeah, right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Tony little dude. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I don't see how Tony was a tight end. To be honest with you, he was slim to me. He's little now. He's a lot thinner than he was. He's a lot thinner than what he was. Yeah. He's about 6'5", 250 something. So I thought that joke was machine too, man. He missed 1 game the whole time. Oh wow. The whole year's up there, 1 game. That was it. Yeah. Machine. You talk about Adrian Peterson machine? Yeah. Me too. Sucker never got hurt. Never. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, it was wild. So like I said, I know you got to go and everything. So we want to hold you up quick. I do got some breaking news right now. I got because we were talking about the Amazon deal. It looked like they're trying to get the whole NFL. They're trying to buy the whole NFL. They're trying to buy the NFL Network, the NFL Red Zone. They're trying to get NFL.com and all that in one package. So I'm just letting you know. Just keep that in mind next year. Go to your meeting.
I had a good inside tip about this thing going down. So they getting this thing done, man. And they flying money around like it ain't nothing. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Especially Amazon. Amazon flying right now. They flying money.
Right.
So they don't care.
Yeah.
They print.
He's talking. Matter of fact, he's talking about getting a show on Amazon, doing it on Thursday night. So yeah. I'll tell you off camera. Can't tell you. So
I got you. I got you. What you think about the Peyton Eli show? You watched that?
Now I watched the first week. I watched a little bit of it. Then I'm like, I gotta watch football, man. I like what they do. I do. Look.
But I think because you've been in there, you could probably watch it with no sound.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, like I said, we definitely got to do this again and everything. Very good. All this other stuff. So like I said, we'll holler at you later. Like I said, it's only our 10th episode. So Andrew had the idea to bring you on and everything. So like I said, we it's growing. It's growing every week and everything. So we had to celebrate our 10th episode. Our next goal is 100. So
I got you. Look. Congratulations for the 10 episodes. Y'all keep it going. All right. Y'all doing good things out there. So y'all just stay on this path. Y'all gonna be all right with everything. It's gonna get all right. Listen, love y'all.
Love you too, now. Love you too.
All right.
See you soon, guys.
All right. Tell everybody say what's up too, man. Love
you. Gotcha.
All right then. Holla at you.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.